Uh, Welcome, everyone. Hi, good afternoon, good evening, good morning to all of you. Welcome to this webinar. Those of you who are joining us live, or those of you who will be later listening to it afterwards. I'd like to warmly welcome our guests today, whom Jennifer is going to introduce in short. I'm very honored to be co-moderating this webinar with Jennifer Marriott. Marriott is an academician, and retired academician currently with a diverse career in community pharmacy, hospital clinical pharmacy, and academia. She published over 75 papers and secured more than 2 millions of Australian dollars in research projects. She's a former director of Bachelor of Pharmacy at Monash University, and also have been the previous president of FIP academic session between the years 2007 and 2011. She also had roles as a senior associate editor of Pharmacy Education Journal, and edited a special COVID-19 edition of the journal. She received international recognitions by FIP, and also the Cyril Tonkin Traveling Fellowship, and was appointed in 2022 to be a director of FIP Foundation board, or among the board directors of FIP Foundation. Now, for FIP, generally, the vision of FIP is a worldwide where everyone benefits from access to safe and effective, quality and affordable medicine and health technologies. The mission of FIP is to support global health by enabling the advancement of pharmaceutical practice, science, and education. We're very pleased to be delivering today this webinar on partnership and opportunities with the FIP Foundation. Today, our learning objectives are to learn about the FIP Foundation activities and strategies for the future, to have an interaction with the members of the FIP Foundation board, and understand the opportunities for involvement, as well to contribute ideas for future collaboration and involvement. Now I will deliver or hand off to Jennifer to introduce our speakers and as well our agenda. Please note that this event will be recorded and later on streamed on FIP YouTube profile, and will be also as well present at www.events.fib.org. To all those listening, please feel free to send your questions through the QA box, and we will be picking them up throughout the event. So please, Jennifer.
Thank you. So the program today will begin with an introduction and an overview of the Foundation and its board members by the chair of the Foundation, Jenelle Sobotka, an overview of the academic pharmacy section by Abdi, and then we're going to talk about the strategic areas from for the Foundation, those being research, Pharmabridge, the leadership development, and future initiatives. And I'll introduce the people who are going to be talking in those areas shortly. We are then going to break out into 4 breakout rooms related to those areas, those 4 areas, so that you can actually have an input into the future direction and ideas for each of those areas. And you will have the opportunity to change to each of those areas so you can contribute to all of them. And we'll have a brief reporting back before we close. Thank you. So the people who are from the Foundation who are going to be involved in the webinar today, myself, Abdi, you've already met, Jenelle Sobotka, who is the chair of the FIP Foundation, and Rebecca Moles from Australia, Andy Gray from South Africa, and Kevin Ben Lawrence from Singapore, Indonesia. Each of these will be taking a part and speaking to you directly. Unfortunately, we don't think that Funbi is going to be with us today. Thank you. So to talk about the goals of the foundation, I would like now to introduce Jenelle Sobotka and hand over to her to give you a little rundown on the FIP Foundation. Thank you, Jenelle.
Yes, thank you, Jennifer, and excited to talk to everyone about our FIP Foundation. If you're not familiar with the foundation, it's a branch of FIP. We certainly support everything that FIP does. If this foundation, like all foundations, is a charitable organization. So our primary role is to collect donations and contributions. Very grateful for those donations that we receive. You can see the list on our website of donors. But then we turn around and try to apply those funds in doing good work that advances the mission of FIP, the foundation, and our profession globally. One of the approaches that we use, because we're a volunteer organization, I'll introduce you to our board, but we try to make connections with partners within FIP as well. So you'll note we have partnerships with some of the sections already, but we're always seeking new partnerships and opportunities to work together. This picture is a great picture of our team, our board for the foundation. Again, all volunteers. The foundation's structure allows them to have representatives from FIP Ed, BPS, and BPP, or I should say the professional secretary and the scientific secretary. So recognizing education, practice, and science structures within our board. But then we also have appointed board members that you can see here along with an ECPG liaison. So we call for interested applicants to join our board as volunteers every year. Watch for that coming up in early 2024. And we'd welcome your volunteer support to join us in this work, or perhaps with one of our programs that you're going to hear about today. We have, in the next slide, you'll see that we've structured our priority focus areas of work around a strategic plan. So our current strategic plan focuses us on research, Pharmabridge, leadership development, and then an open box for future thinking to get new ideas and opportunities ahead. But that's why you'll see our breakout rooms covering these 4 sections today to help us in our current programming, but also develop and expand our efforts in these areas and more. Next slide. The last thing I wanted to report on is our communications. You may have visited our website already. If not, I encourage you to explore around and see more details, some of our past awardees. We have a quarterly newsletter, and Funbi from our board helps with that, as well as the website. And in 2024, we'll be launching more presence in social media to keep you updated on our activities. And with that, I'll turn it over to Abdi for some reports on the academic section.
Thank you so much, Jenelle. So the FIP, I would like to speak some few information about the FIP academic section. The section was founded in 1972, so almost now it's more 50 or 52 years old. So one of the largest sections in FIP. It's a global hub or house for all pharmacy educators. Most of the leaders of FIP are from where leads at the section or were members of the section. We have members from all over, from almost 110 countries, different countries. All of WHO regions are represented. We strive, or the target of the academic section is to strive to transform pharmacy education so that it helps in advancing both practice and science to meet global health needs of societies. Also, we're very open to young pharmacists, new ideas, and educators. When we say educators, we mean not only academicians, but also as well those who are providing CPDs or preceptors, or those who are involved in different areas of professional development. These are the EXCO members of the academic pharmacy section, executive committee members. The focus of the section currently is we have these 6 goals, strategic goals, that we are our plan is focusing on implementing them: educator development and professional development of the people, the members of the academicians all over the world, also the members of the section. We focus on educational activities and also as well developing programs and curriculum interventions. We currently recently developed a new group, working group that's working on achievement of goal 3, research and scholarship. Also, we have the goal of advocacy, especially education-related policies globally, and as well we collaborate and communicate with both organs within FIP and also international stakeholders. We also work on increasing the range of benefits that our members or membership receive from our section and FIP generally. So we do all these work through working groups. We have 9 currently working groups that are working to achieve or to meet these goals. Many benefits that our membership receive from FIP generally and from the section. These range from professional development opportunities, as well networking with experts and like-minded people globally. Also, there is opportunities for our members to get promoted, to promote their work, whether it's in FIP conference or also to try to gain them international recognition and nominating them to international awards, as well presenting their work in webinars. We also our members also receive get benefits from the resources that we exchange, from professional development programs that we host, from TOT programs that we carry, leadership opportunities as well in the working groups, and also many of our colleagues or the members of this section has developed programs or projects that went internationally and had a global impact. So it's a house or a kitchen where you can develop initiatives that can go globally. That's all what I would like to say about the academic section. Now we return to Andy. Andy is going to speak about the research strategy of the foundation.
Thank you very much, Abdikarim. So, good day, everyone. My name is Andy Gray. I'm an academic from the University of KwaZulu-Natal in South Africa. As you've seen from the name of our foundation, research is absolutely key to what the foundation is intended to do. However, historically, the work of the foundation has not been as focused on research as perhaps it could be. So the goals of this part of the board of directors is to define the foundation's research work plan in such a way that we can expand our support of research across practice, education, and science, being the 3 elements of FIP. And in particular, to foster collaborative research partnerships between the foundation and other FIP units. Next slide, please. So in order to first scan the environment, Jennifer Marriott, together with a couple of us, put together a survey of FIP units. So a survey went out to sections, the scientific interest groups, FIP Ed, the 2 boards, and what was then called YPG, now the Early Career Pharmacist Group, to identify contacts for and identify where research was actually being conducted and where there might be potential collaborators. the sense that we got from the response to that survey was that although individual academics, for example, or scientists might be involved in research, there's little collaboration occurring between those FIP units, and there's little fostering of that collaboration between FIP units. So a lot of our focus has been, how do we bring people together? How do we use the convening power of the foundation to get people talking to one another, even if at this point we don't have funds that we can use to actually support research per se. Next slide, please. So I'm going to call on Beck just to speak to this one, and then we'll speak, perhaps Jennifer can speak to the next one. But one of the strategies is to bring research grants that are being offered in FIP within the remit of the foundation, so that there's a single place that people can go to find out about the opportunities. So one of these is the Hospital Pharmacy Section Research Grant, and Beck Moles from Australia is leading on that one. Beck, do you want to say just a word about the 2023 recipients and
Yes.
the process and timing?
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Andy, and thank you everyone for joining us. Yeah, so it's a really big pleasure, I think, to collaborate with the Hospital Pharmacy Section. I was someone who was a keen member of the HPS and on the EXCO for many years, and helped administer those grants as part of HPS. But moving to a foundation director, it's a delight to actually help the HPS administer these grants, and this is the first year that we've done this in 2023, and so we were able to share the promotion of these grant applications and assist the HPS in their selection process, etc. And so we're delighted to announce that we've had 2 recipients of these grants in 2023, so Motihat and also Stephen Eckel, and so they have been receiving their funding, which is really exciting, and embarking on their projects. And again, the foundation, we know that many sections have been doing research, but we hope that the foundation can be a place where people can reposit their research reports, etc., so that we can put together all the fabulous work that FIP is doing, and the foundation can support that. So next slide.
Thanks, Beck. So if we go to the next slide, there's a new research partnership that has been built with the Board of Pharmacy Specialties in the US, and Jennifer Marriott is leading on that one. Jennifer, do you want to give an early heads up to what is going to be coming in early 2024?
Yes, this is actually a really exciting new initiative. It's a partnership with a group in the United States, and they are going to sponsor one research grant for up to €5,000 through the FIP Foundation. And that research is to look at specifically at the impact of board certification and advanced practice of pharmacists on patients and healthcare systems and employment. So seeing what difference that advanced training makes. Apparently, well, there's a lot of board certification occurring outside America, and whilst there are research grants for research occurring within America, this is open to anyone, anywhere in the world, and that will provide another area of research which I think is really quite important. The applications for that grant will be released on the foundation website early next year.
Thanks, Jennifer. That concludes the research strategy feedback. So I'm going to hand over back to Jennifer to speak about Pharmabridge connections and collaborations. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy. Now, on the foundation, one of the foundation board members, Eva Terasalmi, is the lead in looking after Pharmabridge. And unfortunately, she's travelling and couldn't be with us tonight. So you have second best. You have me talking about it. But I'm very passionate about Pharmabridge. I think this is a really important area where the connections and collaborations really come to fruition, because the goal of Pharmabridge is to expand the program, which has been in existence for a number of years, which matches people with experience and those who would like to gain experience. And usually it's done by a site visit where someone actually goes to a hospital or a university or somewhere where they can actually expand their knowledge to improve their own practice. And that's really important in improving the collaborations that occur between groups and between individuals. Because over the COVID period, when we weren't able to do as much in physical interactions and physical collaborations, we've now found that we can actually achieve some of those goals by virtual connections, where we can connect someone who needs information, needs mentoring, with either someone with specific expertise or someone who can provide that mentorship, which also helps advance someone's career. We've lost the slides. Thank you. So in the last 22-23 year, there were 40 registrations seeking host locations from 13 different countries. And those 40 registrations then we were able to get 9 individuals to connect with people as well. So this is a really good way of providing connections between members of FIP and people with expertise. Later on, we'd like your input and ideas as to how we can actually expand and improve the Pharmabridge program. So I think I'm moving now to Kevin. Thank you, Kevin.
Hi, thank you, everyone. So thank you, Jennifer, for the sharing. So I'll be sharing a bit more about leadership development, which is actually a critical portion for the growth of young leaders, for the growth of leaders who will be contributing back to FIP in the future. So the spot of this particular strategy that we have with FIP Foundation is that we want to have these future leaders who are able to support FIP and FIP Foundation and any affiliated organization to FIP. And of course, very important for the professional organization engagement. We want them to be able to flourish in their leadership roles, whether they are in practice, in education, in science, and any other particular kind of like a career that they may have, be it conventional or non-conventional. So one of the key things is that we partner with ECPG and ACPS to support the leadership development workshop. It is held every year. And we also have an LDP 2.0 Leadership Development Program 2.0, which is a virtual mentoring program, collaboration program among about 20 plus participants, young participants. And of course, not last but not least, we also have travel support to the World Congress and for them to participate in LDW or Leadership Development Workshop. We have 6 regional forum scholars in 2023. And we also, FIP Foundation is the organization that awards the Ton Hoek Scholarship, which is a very prestigious scholarship for young leaders. So that's it for leadership development. I'm passing on to Dr. Jenelle for future thinking and new ideas.
Yeah, thank you, Kevin. And this section is here just to gather all of your new ideas and opportunities that we should be pursuing. The strategic plan finishes up in 2024, so we'll be working on our strategic priorities for a new plan, probably from 24 to 2027. So your ideas here will help drive where we focus our time and efforts for those new ideas. So hopefully when you join the breakout, you can come forward with some other areas that you think we should expand into. I'm excited about all the programs that you've just heard about and activities. Our research, as you could see, was growing from the innovation grant to now a BPS grant and an HPS grant, and we hope to grow in that research area. Pharmabridge connections, now that COVID is over, is expanding, and we'll grow into the virtual space with that. And then our leadership development, certainly with the 6 scholars we've supported, looking to open the applications for the 2024 Congress soon on our website. So you'll find the criteria and applications on our website and watch for that. Or if you have an individual that you know that qualifies and is appropriate, it's certainly a good way to encourage them to find their first path into an FIP Congress. Some other input that you could give to us in this area is our communication. Hope you are receiving those, and we'd welcome your ideas to improve those communication processes as well as social media. As you know, in our world, we're all hit with so many messages and content that we want to make sure the messages from our foundation are coming through, and these applications and other opportunities are being sent out to FIP members, and that you know about them. The other area you can give us input to here is fundraising. I hope you'll go to our website. We've structured our request for donations to allow people to donate to the strategic area that they're most passionate about. So if you would prefer to direct your funds specifically to an area, you can choose research, you can choose to donate to the Pharmabridge and Connections, and you can choose to donate to leadership development. The other thing that we've established in the last year are donation opportunities in memories of key individuals. We've lost 2 giants in the global pharmacy community, John Ware, who was from Australia, but our chair before me of the FIP Foundation, and there's a memorial fund established in his name in the leadership development space. He did so much in that area to mentor people and particularly help with the fellow designation that FIP has. So donations in his memory help support our leadership development work, and the 6 scholars that we send, we hope to expand upon that. We also have a new recent memorial fund established for our own FIP president, Dominic Jordan. And in talking with his family and discussing that memorial fund, it was determined that Dominique's direction of those funds would have been towards the Pharmabridge connections and collaborations. That program was actually founded by a pharmacist from Switzerland, his country, Agath Worley, and they were close friends. So he was a part of Pharmabridge and passionate of it from its very startup. So we're now gathering memorial donations in his name that'll be directed to support that Pharmabridge effort. But we're certainly looking forward to talking with you about all these ideas. And so I think I turn it over to Abdi here, who will divide us up into our breakout rooms.
Yes, thank you so much, Jenelle. So we are now we are seeking for your inputs to the foundation program. So we will be dividing into 4 rooms. We have yes, okay. So we will have our leads of each program will be present with you for 10 minutes in the room to discuss the matter of one aspect of the program. Then the leads will be switching between rooms, so that every 10 minutes we will be having a lead who is going to discuss with you. So Ali, are we ready? Should we go to the rooms?
Now might be a good time for us to talk about reporting back from each of the 4.
Okay, so we are
rooms.
back. Yes. Okay. So
Lovely. Thank you, Jennifer.
Yeah,
Let me start off then with research. since that was the first of the foundation areas. So first of all, thank you very much to those in all 4 of the breakout groups, in particular Lillian, Harriet, Jailan, Sri, Abigail, Mirajul, Khalid, who were able to share some of their thoughts.
Mhm.
There seemed to be a lot of support for the idea of helping researchers to spread their work, spread their findings, even if it's not yet published, but also to share tools, to share instruments that might be used. So this is not only an idea of a repository, but it's somewhere that people can learn, share, and access mentoring. There was a feeling in the breakout groups that this could be not only virtual, but could also inform programming at Congress. We thought for a moment about some of the really technical challenges around privacy, around spam, around perhaps unwanted communications. And we wondered about starting with individual FIP members and accessing through the security features of a login and a password that individual members all have. We picked up a number of areas that people felt were really important. From Egypt, for example, the lack of funding, the lack of recognition, but also gendered challenges to new researchers. In Indonesia, telepharmacy is an area that might be really important. They've got a high burden of tuberculosis, so that gives us opportunities to link up with other people with similar objectives. Good pharmacy practice has been a focus of FIP's work for many years, and there are already established work groups looking at GPP. And then lastly, we went to the issue of the tension between publication in a peer-reviewed journal and sharing. And we felt that although there is a tension there, it's not an impossible one to manage, that something that is published might still be shared, or an instrument or a tool, a questionnaire, for example, might be shared from that research with acknowledgement of where it was published. That could help build that community of researchers. So Beck, if I can ask you if there's anything you'd like to add to that quick scoot around all 4 of the discussion rooms we had.
Andy, you are very good at linking all of the 4 rooms together in that wonderful summary. So nothing more from me to add. Thanks, Andy.
Thanks very much. So Jennifer, back to you for Pharmabridge and Connections.
Well, thank you. As you know, Pharmabridge isn't my area. I'm not the lead in Pharmabridge, but all 4 of the discussions highlighted something that was very important, and that was that almost none of the participants actually knew anything at all about what Pharmabridge was, what its potential was, how it works, and what it can actually mean for individuals. And I think that in itself is a really important lesson for us, because we need to be getting that message out. The suggestion was better communication, better promotion, more use of social media to encourage people to understand more about Pharmabridge. But very few people had actually looked at the FIP Foundation's website. And I think that's also a big learning for us, that we need to be making sure that that website is very easily.
2 months supply.
Okay.
Yeah.
The other thing that was very there were 2 other things that I think were really critical that came out of the discussions. And the first one was the suggestion that, as well as having the model where we take an individual to a site of experience and give them that on the ground experience with people who have expertise, doing it the other way around, turning it on its head and taking the person with expertise to a site, where they can actually provide mentoring and workshops and actually impact the practice of a number of people in an area. And that may be something that's worth investigating as well. There was a discussion about more liaison with groups within FIP. So liaison with the academic section, with the hospital pharmacy section, and with the AIM members to actually look at promoting Pharmabridge and making sure people understand what Pharmabridge is, and perhaps getting more people who can be hosts of participants in the Pharmabridge program. And I think now it's on to Kevin. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. Right, with regards to the leadership development, I was actually getting some questions regarding the need, like, I think probably they see that there is a networking group with LDP 2.0, which is a virtual connection. I thought that, you know, there were actually some very interesting comments that why can't we have this similar mentoring group even for the more developed peoples or the more senior folks. You know, those kind of network creation is actually very beneficial. So it seems to me that leadership development can also happen not just for young or early career pharmacists, but it also can happen for even for the very senior folks. Having mentors, having support system, it's something that can happen. And leadership development can happen at any point in time, even for people who are very advanced in their career. So definitely something that we can look at. Yep. Passing on back to Dr. Jenelle for the future thinking.
Yes, thank you. And I enjoyed the conversations with everyone as well. Some of this will echo, but some connections made. Certainly, one of the participants is from another nonprofit working on objectives in countries in need with pharmacy services. And so a follow-up with them on ideas where we may align or collaborate in our common efforts. Also with AIM and Lillian's participation, I think opportunities to collaborate and grow our partnerships with AIM as a group. And as echoed before, the collaborations with the other sections. I think the meetings, I was focused on communications and fundraising as well as new ideas. Similar to what's been reported, ideas to support research through perhaps Pharmabridge forums and networking and connections, which is great. And then also to build the host sites, more webinars and communications about Pharmabridge. And then I think that in the communications area, certainly social media came up, even perhaps a use of WhatsApp as a way to keep people in tune with what we're doing, rather than the burden of email overloads all the time. So great feedback and appreciate it very much.
Thank you all for very fruitful discussion. I think now we reach to the end of our webinar. Thank you all participants as well as speakers for your time, for participating in the discussion. I would like to sincerely thank all of you, and as well the recording of this episode will be made available on the fibevents.fib.org website. Please give us your feedback on the email webinars@fib.org, so we may continue to improve the digital events and quality of the digital events. Thank you all, wherever you are. Thank you for participating, and stay tuned with more webinars in 2024.
Thank you. And
Thanks,
thank you to
everyone.
all of the
Thank you
foundation.
all. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you all.
Thank you.